The trial of Yoon Suk Yeol, a test of South Korea's democracy. The controversy surrounding former South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol's court appearance continues to draw significant attention as new allegations surface. Yoon's firm denial of accusations during his first appearance at the Constitutional Court has become a focal point of the ongoing impeachment trial, raising critical questions about his actions and their implications for South Korea's democracy. Yoon's primary defense lies in his outright rejection of claims that he issued orders to detain members of the National Assembly during the imposition of martial law. In court, Yoon emphasized his belief in freedom and democracy, stating, "I have never ordered any action that would compromise the integrity of our democratic institutions." He described the declaration of martial law as a symbolic measure intended to address a state of national emergency without intent to enforce it militarily. However, these assertions are contradicted by testimony from military officials, which has cast doubt on Yoon's credibility. Several commanders have provided detailed accounts of direct orders allegedly issued by Yoon, including instructions to break down the doors of the National Assembly and remove those inside. Such statements challenge Yoon's portrayal of his actions and suggest a deliberate attempt to disrupt the legislative process during a critical moment for the nation. The testimonies have become a central issue in the Constitutional Court's proceedings. One key witness, a high-ranking Special Forces commander, testified that Yoon explicitly instructed military personnel to detain specific lawmakers. This testimony directly undermines Yoon's repeated claims that he took no steps to interfere with the National Assembly's operations. Yoon's defense team has argued that the martial law declaration was a calculated response to what they described as the destabilizing actions of opposition parties. They claim the measure was intended to ensure public order rather than to disrupt democratic processes. In court, Yoon's lawyers asserted the president's actions were guided by his constitutional responsibility to maintain stability during a period of national uncertainty. Despite these arguments, the emerging evidence paints a more contentious picture. Reports indicate that military units were mobilized near key government facilities, including the National Assembly, on the day martial law was declared. Witnesses within the military have testified that preparations were made to detain lawmakers, although these plans were ultimately not executed. The implications of this controversy extend beyond the courtroom. The alleged orders and the subsequent denials have sparked widespread debate about the erosion of democratic norms and the potential misuse of presidential powers. Public sentiment remains deeply divided, with Yoon's supporters asserting his innocence and critics accusing him of attempting to undermine the nation's democratic foundations. The fallout from Yoon's impeachment trial has also prompted broader reflections on South Korea's democratic resilience. Observers note that the Constitutional Court's handling of the case will serve as a litmus test for the strength of South Korea's legal and political systems. The court faces the monumental task of navigating politically charged allegations while maintaining public trust in its impartiality. At the heart of the trial is the question of accountability. Yoon's alleged actions during his presidency and his subsequent denials highlight the challenges of holding leaders to account in a polarized political environment. Critics argue that despite mounting evidence to the contrary, Yoon's continued insistence on his innocence undermines efforts to promote transparency and accountability in public office. As the trial progresses, the Constitutional Court's decisions will likely shape the trajectory of South Korea's democracy for years to come. A ruling against Yoon could reaffirm the nation's commitment to democratic principles and the rule of law, while a decision in his favor might exacerbate existing divisions and raise questions about the accountability of political leaders. The broader impact of the case is already evident in South Korea's political landscape. The trial has galvanized both Yoon's supporters and opponents, with protests and public demonstrations highlighting the depth of the nation's political polarization. The controversy has also drawn attention to the role of military and civilian relations in democratic governance, particularly in times of political crisis. For Yoon, the stakes could not be higher. His political legacy and personal freedom hang in the balance as the trial unfolds. The court's eventual ruling will not only determine his fate, but also send a powerful message about the strength of South Korea's democratic institutions. Whether Yoon's claims of innocence are upheld or discredited, the case will likely serve as a defining moment in the nation's modern political history. As South Korea grapples with the implications of Yoon's impeachment trial, the proceedings offer a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance in safeguarding democratic values. The trial's outcome will resonate far beyond the courtroom, influencing public perceptions of justice and governance in one of Asia's most vibrant democracies. For now, all eyes remain on the Constitutional Court as it deliberates a case that has captivated the nation and the world. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Sup.AI channel for more content. If you didn't like it, we'd love to hear your feedback in the comments so we can improve. See you in the next video.